90-Day Fiancé. I'm convinced Jasmine Pineda now regrets her open marriage idea. Her life in US looks nothing like she hoped. I'm convinced Jasmine Pineda has started to regret proposing an open marriage to Gino Palazzolo on 90-Day, The Last Resort. She originally moved to the United States to marry Gino, but their marital happiness was brief. Gino didn't want to be intimate with Jasmine, which led them to join 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 2. Despite attending some therapy sessions, they were unable to resolve their issues with intimacy. Eventually, Jasmine suggested the idea of an open marriage to Gino and wanted her gym buddy, Matt Brownies, as her sexual partner. Gino noticed the strong connection between Jasmine and Matt, which is why he initially hesitated to involve him in their open marriage. However, I believe he soon realized he had limited options. Ultimately, Jasmine and Gino decided to open up their marriage with some rules. However, I was shocked to learn that Jasmine announced her pregnancy with Matt in February 2025. A month later, she gave birth to their daughter, Matilda, aka Maddie, on March 21, 2025. While Matt continues to be a part of Jasmine's life, I was surprised to hear her debunk speculations that they aren't romantically involved. Many 90-Day Fiancé viewers, like myself, would remember that Jasmine was seeking a sugar daddy when she met Gino. She likely desired someone to provide financial support and pay her for companionship. However, their initial transactional relationship grew more serious over time. I remember that Gino continued to cover Jasmine's expenses, including cosmetic procedures, dental work, facials, and plastic surgery. Jasmine also asked Gino to pay for her rent in Panama. Upon relocating to the United States, Gino tried to improve Jasmine's quality of life by giving her a car. While I initially agreed with Jasmine's suggestion of an open marriage, Gino's reaction made me realize it wouldn't be successful for her. As Jasmine got more involved in the open marriage and began a relationship with Matt, she grew distant from her husband, Gino. Unable to manipulate Gino into spending money on her as she had done in the past, the Panamanian reality star had to rely on herself to cover her expenses. Jasmine had to promote her OnlyFans and Cameo accounts to make ends meet. Despite her efforts, she encountered financial challenges due to her popularity decline and other setbacks, leaving her unable to afford a $71 cake for her daughter. She has strained many relationships and lost the support of those she once trusted. Furthermore, choosing an open marriage led to Jasmine having another child with a man who might not marry her, resulting in her becoming a single mother once again. Taking on the responsibility of 3 children, with 2 still in Panama, the financial burden of raising them all together in the United States will be a significant challenge for the 90-Day, The Last Resort cast member. Jasmine Pineda once strutted across our screens like a Panamanian queen with a dream, and she made sure we all knew it. With her fiery temper, hair extensions flowing, and emotional monologues that could rival a telenovela, Jasmine envisioned a life in the United States that sparkled like a luxury filter on Instagram. But fast forward to her new reality, and it's not glitz and glamour she's waking up to, it's cold Michigan mornings, a snooze-worthy husband, and the ghost of a certain open marriage proposal that just won't go away. Let's rewind for a second. Remember when Jasmine floated the idea of an open marriage to Gino like it was the next logical step in their spicy romance? She painted it with brushstrokes of freedom and modern love, all while glaring at Gino if he so much as looked too long at the waitress bringing their margaritas. It was as if she thought the idea might give her a sense of control or agency over her own identity, now that she was moving from the familiar streets of Panama City to the beige suburbia of the American Midwest. But deep down? It always seemed like she was bluffing. Now here she is, in the US, and nothing is what she hoped it would be. The truth is, Jasmine's life looks more like a scene from a Lifetime movie about a woman who gave up her entire world for love and is slowly unraveling in yoga pants. The open marriage fantasy? That's long dead, buried somewhere between Gino's stack of baseball caps and her vitamin organizer. Jasmine looks exhausted. Disillusioned. And let's be honest, bored. She thought she'd be brunching with new friends, doing yoga in matching sets, and launching her influencer career with the kind of backdrop that screams manifestation queen. Instead, she's arguing with Gino about laundry, translating job rejection emails, and going to therapy to unpack a loneliness that runs deeper than she expected. She left behind a teaching job, family, and a country where she was the star of her own life, only to be a supporting character in Gino's very dull sitcom. The open marriage conversation, once flirty and rebellious, now feels like a bitter inside joke she wishes she could unsay. It's clear she never truly wanted both freedom and commitment. She wanted Gino to fight harder for her, to rise to her level, to prove he could match the intensity she brings to life. But Gino, bless his cap-wearing heart, isn't a man of fire. He's a thermostat on 68 degrees year-round. And in that icy chill, Jasmine is thawing out emotionally in ways she never expected. There are moments now where you can see it on her face, regret. It's there in the long sighs. The forced smiles during video calls with her sister. The days where she's still scrolling through her own old Instagram posts from Panama like she's mourning a version of herself she can't get back. This isn't the dream. This is emotional exile in a country that promised reinvention but delivered routine. Ironically, Jasmine, who once questioned whether Gino was capable of satisfying her emotionally, intellectually, and physically, is now the one who seems unsure of what she truly wants. That open marriage idea? It might have been a cry for help more than a genuine invitation to a polyamorous lifestyle. Maybe she thought the suggestion would jolt Gino into passion or inspire a real conversation about needs and fulfillment. But instead, it highlighted just how different their definitions of love and commitment truly are. Gino panicked. Jasmine pretended to be cool. And now, neither of them knows what to do with the tension that lingers like a third party in their marriage, ironically, the only third party who actually made it in. If Jasmine regrets anything, it's not the idea of an open marriage per se, it's what the idea represented. She regrets thinking this journey would be thrilling and sexy, filled with fresh starts and endless possibilities. She regrets believing Gino could ever be the man who'd share that kind of fluid, evolving love with her. She regrets not realizing sooner that homesickness isn't just about a place, it's about losing a version of yourself. We see Jasmine now, eyes a little sadder, voice a little softer, realizing that marriage is far less about dramatic declarations and more about the quiet moments no one ever warned her about. The stillness of 5 p.m. dinners. The awkward silence in a room.